Let me ask you a question, a simple one. Right now, as you listen to my voice, who is in control? The conscious, the one making decisions, following along with these words? Or is there something else? A silent partner, working in the dimly lit backrooms of your mind, pulling levers, shaping your reality, influencing everything from the beat of your heart to the sudden, inexplicable feeling of dread or joy that washes over you for no reason at all. We like to believe we are the captains of our ships. But what if I told you that for most of us, for most of our lives, we are merely passengers? And the true captain, this immense, ancient, unfathomable force, has been operating on autopilot based on old, faded, and often incorrect maps? This is the central mystery and the central promise of Dr. Joseph Murphy's timeless classic, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. First published in 1963, this book is not merely a collection of positive thinking platitudes. It is a manual, a blueprint, a profound exploration of what Murphy presents as the most fundamental law of human existence. Your subconscious mind brings to pass whatever your conscious mind believes and accepts as true. For the next while, we are not just summarizing a book. We are embarking on an excavation. We're going to dig into the very foundations of your being. We will learn how this hidden power shapes your health, your wealth, your relationships, and your peace. And most crucially, we will learn the specific, practical techniques to reprogram it, to move from being a passenger to becoming the conscious, intentional architect of your destiny. This is the story of the two minds within you, and it is the key to unlocking a life that may, right now, seem like a distant dream. To understand the revolution Murphy proposes, we must first understand the battlefield, the human psyche. He uses a simple, elegant model. Imagine your mind is an iceberg, the tiny tip above the water, glinting in the sun. That's your conscious mind. This is your reasoning, analytical, decision-making faculty. It's the I am. It weighs options, makes choices, and directs your focus. It's the gardener who chooses the seeds. But below the surface, vast, submerged, and exerting an irresistible force on everything above, lies the subconscious mind. This is the realm of habit, emotion, memory, intuition, and autonomic bodily function. It is the soil. And here is the critical law. The subconscious mind obeys the suggestions of the conscious mind. It does not argue. It does not rationalize. It accepts whatever is delivered to it with conviction and feeling, and it goes to work to manifest that suggestion in the physical world. Murphy draws a powerful analogy. Your conscious mind is the captain on the bridge, giving orders. Your subconscious is the crew in the engine room, who immediately and unfailingly carry out those orders, whether they are for full speed ahead or direct course for the iceberg. The crew doesn't question the captain's judgment. It simply executes. This is why our inner dialogue is not a trivial thing. That constant stream of, I'm not good at this, money is tight, I always get sick this time of year, is not a harmless worry. To your subconscious, it is a command, a blueprint, and with relentless precision, it sets about making it true. It alters your perceptions. You see only evidence of lack, influences your behavior. You make hesitant decisions, and even modulates your physiology. You tense up, suppressing your immune system. Conversely, the thought, I am capable and confident, held with genuine feeling, becomes an equally powerful command to create that reality. The subconscious is also the storehouse of what Murphy calls the infinite intelligence. It is your connection to a wider, creative, universal mind. It knows how to heal wounds, how to orchestrate complex coincidences, how to solve problems that leave your conscious mind baffled. But it can only use this infinite power based on the programs it has received. So, the million-dollar question becomes, who has been programming your subconscious? Have you been the deliberate, careful captain? Or have you let the world, your past traumas, other people's opinions, societal fears, shout commands into the engine room? Murphy now takes us on a tour of life's major arenas to demonstrate the subconscious in action. The evidence, he argues, is all around us in our daily lives. First, health. The placebo effect is not a scientific curiosity. To Murphy, it is the definitive proof of subconscious power. A patient is given a sugar pill but believes it is a potent drug. Their conscious mind accepts the idea of healing. This suggestion, imbued with the emotion of hope and trust, is passed to the subconscious. And the subconscious, which controls every cell, gland, and organ, proceeds to orchestrate a healing response. The opposite, the nocebo effect, is also tragically true. The diagnosis of a terminal illness, accepted with terror, can become a death sentence not from the disease alone, but from the subconscious mind obeying the command to shut down. Murphy cites case after case of healing from chronic conditions through the consistent application of positive mental imagery and prayerful suggestion. The formula is simple. The subconscious mind created the symptom as an expression of a buried fear, conflict, or false belief. To heal, one must introduce a new, life-affirming belief to overwrite the old one. Next, prosperity and success. Murphy is blunt. The cause of poverty is a poverty consciousness. If your subconscious is programmed with images of lack, struggle, and money is the root of all evil, it will subtly sabotage your efforts. You'll miss opportunities, make poor investments, or feel unworthy of abundance. He tells the story of a salesman on the brink of failure. His conscious mind was frantic with effort, but his subconscious was poisoned with feelings of inferiority and fear of rejection. Murphy instructed him to stop frantic external effort and begin intense internal work. Every night before sleep and every morning upon waking, the salesman would vividly imagine a client smiling, shaking his hand, and signing a contract. He would feel the paper, see the signature, and, this is key, feel the thrill of the sale. He flooded his subconscious with a mental movie of success. Within weeks, his demeanor changed. He was calmer, more confident. Client répondait différemment, and his sales figures soared. He wasn't fooling anyone. He was changing the fundamental command to his inner crew. Then, relationships. Here, Murphy introduces a radical idea. You are always acting on others through your subconscious. Your unspoken feelings, your buried resentments, your silent judgments are broadcast from your subconscious to theirs. If you are constantly thinking critically of your partner, your subconscious mind is radiating a frequency of criticism that they will pick up and react to, often with hostility. Conversely, flooding your mind with thoughts of their good qualities, sending them silent blessings, and holding a mental image of harmony literally reshapes the energetic field between you. It's not about controlling them. It's about controlling the only thing you truly can, your own mind, which in turn influences the entire system. Finally, peace and guidance. The subconscious is the gateway to your intuition, to what some call the still, small voice. When you are faced with a dilemma, feeding the problem consciously to your subconscious with a sense of trust, the answer is now unfolding. I am guided allows that infinite intelligence to work. The answer may come in a dream, a sudden flash of insight, or an accidental meeting. Murphy's advice is to sleep on it, with purpose, by giving your subconscious a clear directive before slumber. So how do we do it? How do we move from understanding this power to actually wielding it? Murphy provides a toolkit, a set of mental technologies. The core principle is emotion-backed belief. Dry, intellectual affirmations are like throwing paper airplanes at a battleship. You must couple the thought with feeling, with sensory vividness, with faith. The first and most potent technique is prayerful visualization, or mental rehearsal. This is not daydreaming. This is a disciplined daily practice. You enter a relaxed, meditative state, perhaps just before sleep, when the conscious mind is drowsy and the subconscious is most accessible. You then construct a mental scene that implies your desire is already fulfilled. Don't just say, "I want to be successful." That is a statement of lack. See yourself in the office you desire, feeling the satisfaction. Hear a trusted colleague congratulating you. Feel the texture of the success. The subconscious responds best to present tense, sensory-rich images. It takes these images as fact and begins to align the outer world to match them. Second, the technique of sleep. The moments before you drift off and as you awaken are golden portals to the subconscious. Murphy's famous instruction: repeat a short, positive phrase like success, 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 or wealth, wealth, wealth in a lulling, rhythmic manner as you fall asleep. Do not force it. Let be your last thought. The phrase, devoid of analytical resistance, sinks straight into the subconscious depths, where it germinates overnight. Third, affirmations, but done correctly. An affirmation is a present tense, positive statement of a desired reality. I'm a money magnet. Divine love flows through me, healing my body. I am surrounded by perfect harmony. The key is repetition with feeling. Write them. Say them aloud. Speak them while looking in the mirror. You are not lying. You are commanding a new reality into being, speaking to the power within you that makes it so. Fourth, the forgiveness drill. Murphy sees unforgiveness as a psychic poison, a command to your subconscious to hold on to pain and block your own blessings. His method is direct. Sit quietly. Visualize the person you resent. See them as you last saw them. Now, in your mind's eye, mentally say to them, with as much sincerity as you can muster, I fully and freely forgive you. I release you to your good. I am free, and you are free. Do this repeatedly. The feeling of release that follows is not just emotional. It is the removal of a toxic program from your subconscious mainframe. Fifth, the thank you drill. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receptive faith. To feel deep thankfulness for a blessing before it has manifested is the pinnacle of commanding your subconscious. It proclaims absolute belief that it is already done. Keep a gratitude journal specifically for things you are expecting to receive, thanking the infinite intelligence in advance. Now, we must address the inevitable obstacles. Why does this seem to fail sometimes? Murphy anticipates the objections. The first hurdle is doubt. A doubting thought, this is silly, this won't work, is itself a powerful command to the subconscious. It cancels the positive command. This is why Murphy emphasizes faith, not blind faith, but the understanding that you're using a natural psychological law. You don't doubt that electricity will light a bulb when you flip the switch. You must come to see your subconscious with the same nonchalant certainty. The second is impatience. We are used to instant gratification. The subconscious works in its own time, often orchestrating events and opportunities behind the scenes. Your job is to plant the seed with conviction and then cease digging it up every day to see if it has grown. Do your mental work, then go about your day in peace, knowing the law is in motion. The third, and most insidious, is the hidden countercommand. You may be affirming, I am prosperous, but buried in your childhood memory is your father's anxious voice saying, we'll never get ahead. That old recording is still playing. This is where persistence is key. You cannot delete the old program, but you can override it with a new, more dominant one through consistent emotional repetition. The new thought, fed daily, will become the default. Murphy also warns against efforting, trying to force the how. Your conscious mind's job is to choose the destination. I am in a perfect, loving relationship. Your subconscious, with its connection to infinite intelligence, will handle the means. Don't limit it by insisting it must come through a specific person or a specific job. Your role is to command the what and trust the how. Let's bring this home with what Murphy might call the grand synthesis. How does one live daily by these principles? It begins with vigilance. Become a watcher of your own thoughts. That internal monologue is not idle chatter. It is a continuous stream of commands. When you catch yourself in a negative pattern, don't berate yourself. Simply say, cancel, and consciously replace it with its positive opposite. You are the gatekeeper. It is reinforced by ritual. Create sacred moments in your day, morning and evening, for your mental programming. These are non-negotiable appointments with your destiny. 5 minutes of focused mental rehearsal is worth hours of anxious striving. It is sustained by faith as a practice. Faith is not a one-time event. It is the daily, hourly discipline of assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. When worries arise, you consciously return to your mental image of success, health, or peace. You act as if, and ultimately, it blossoms into identity. You are not a person trying to have abundance, health, and love. Your affirmations and visualizations are designed to transform you into a person who knows they are abundant, healthy, and loving. This shift in self-concept is the final, irrevocable command that the subconscious must obey. Joseph Murphy's The Power of Your Subconscious Mind is, in essence, a message of supreme personal responsibility and even more supreme personal power. It tells us that we are not victims of circumstance, genetics, or fate. We are the victims and the masters of our own dominant, habitual thinking. The world you see outside you is a printout of the programs running inside you. This is not a call to naive, Pollyannish thinking that ignores real-world problems. It is a call to the most profound form of engagement, to change the cause, not just wrestle with the effects. The wars, the strife, the sickness, the poverty in our outer world are, in Murphy's view, macrocosms of our inner world. As within, so without. Therefore, the most revolutionary act you can perform is to sit quietly in a room, direct your imagination, and reprogram your mind for peace, for health, for prosperity, for love. You have been given the ultimate technology. It requires no batteries, no subscription fee. It is between your ears. You have been using it all your life, haphazardly, accidentally, often to your own detriment. Now you know. The captain has finally walked onto the bridge. The old, fear-filled maps are being thrown overboard. A new course is being charted. The order is being given, clear and calm, backed by unwavering faith. And deep in the engine room of your being, the mighty crew of your subconscious hears it, and it responds. Thank you for listening, and please subscribe to the channel.